On August 30th, 2025, the world number 2 showed up at the Louisiana State Championship. He played 7 games against opponents with an average rating of 2,000. He won every single game. Then he flew to Iowa and did it again. Another perfect 5 out of 5. The chess world predictably had a very mixed reaction.
I kind of admire the way he's going about it because it's so shameless.
Yeah.
I would have paid grandmasters to show up. You know, like I'm thinking the next tournament, I need to have grandmasters on standby at different points in America, so that as soon as he registers, he can fly.
Give me a call, yeah.
While the loudest backlash came from casual audiences, most seasoned fans and players knew exactly what he was doing and were supportive.
The fact that Nakamura is going around playing these, as he calls it himself, referring to something I said many years ago, Mickey Mouse tournaments, in order to qualify for the candidates, in order to play the 40 games that are required by FIDE. I think that's absolutely, it's wild, it's insane. Why would you require somebody who's very clearly good enough to play in the candidates? Why would you require him to play these tournaments, which he doesn't really have time for? Well, you want to have the best players in the candidates, and he's clearly one of them. You also want to have active players. Well, he may not play classical all the time, but he plays tournaments every single week online. His job is still, while he's streaming, his job is still playing chess. So, and every time that he plays classical, he proves that he is one of the very best players in the world.
Hikaru had already announced he would do this months earlier.
If I do well here, then, you know, to be like Magnus, because he used this reference years ago, and he did it himself recently, I'll go find some Mickey Mouse tournaments and get the 40 games.
And so he did. He ended the year with 2 more Mickey Mouse tournaments, one in Canada and the last one in Washington, and single-handedly triggered FIDE to change their rules.
I played the 40 games. FIDE rules state you have to play 40 games of classical chess in order to qualify for the tournament. Did I play 40 games? Yes. Did I actually take my time to go play these tournaments? I did. I went and played these tournaments. I went and played in Prince Edward Island.
And he isn't the first to take this route to the candidates either. But what makes Hikaru very unique is how openly he's done it, publicly criticizing FIDE, bluntly expressing his distaste for how the system is run.
The people who are under this notion that like I was going to these tournaments like to farm rating points is completely wrong. I'm just trying to get my games in, nothing else. Like I just have to get to 40 games and I'm going to do it any way I can with the least possible risk. No doubt about it, the way that it was written, the way that it was structured, it's in case Magnus wakes up one day and decides that he doesn't hate FIDE and he's desperate to get the world championship crown again. At the end of the day, the reason it's silly to do this and why they should have stricter regulations is because Magnus is not going to change his mind. Magnus absolutely hates FIDE. He blames the mill for leaking information being the reason why he gave up the world championship crown in 2022 when there were negotiations going on during the Madrid candidates. So Magnus will never come back. And then you compound that with issues like Jeansgate in New York. There is 0.00 chance of Magnus changing his mind. 0% chance.
They can enforce their rules. That's fine by me. And my response is that fine, then I'm out. Like, fuck you.
In fact, before Jeansgate was a thing, Hikaru criticized FIDE's ridiculous dress code requirements years ago.
Is that if I think about it, not as a chess player, but just as a fan, I mean, you want to see the games. If Maxime shows up in a tank top and flip flops, I don't really care because I want to see his games at night over the Grunfeld. So I don't think it's such a big deal. I mean, there should be some professionalism, but I think at times maybe it's too much. But okay, I mean that's for others to decide.
Are you comfortable playing in a suit?
Yeah, I mean, I have to say that it's kind of weird for me because I didn't wear a suit for 2 years. I mean, probably the last 2 years, I wore shorts and actually like sandals most of the time.
None of this is ultimately really about the clothes. It's about power. It's about power, and once you get it, power corrupts. When you're trying to, you know, go up the rankings, make a living, I mean, it's very, very brutal. It's very difficult, and I think that that is something that is generally lost. Like FIDE thinks you hold some tournament, you have a prize fund. Well, that's great. Yeah, it's going to benefit the top chess players, but it doesn't benefit the vast majority of the people who actually, frankly, need the help. I have literally made it very, very clear that I earn a living from streaming. Streaming and content creation pays much better than chess. It is not my fault that that pays better than chess. It is the fault of FIDE that they are unable to get sponsors and raise the profile of chess. Everybody talks about how so many people play chess. Something like 500 million people around the world globally play this great game that we all love. And yet FIDE is unable to get prize funds that are comparable to how much I earn as a streamer. And one of the biggest reasons that I don't intend to play classical chess much longer is very specifically because of nonsense like this. When you see people who are supposed to be professional running organizations, you know, taking shots at everybody, whether it's Magnus, whether it's me on social media, it leads to a situation where it's like, I don't have to deal with this. I don't have to put up with this nonsense. And that is one of the biggest reasons that I don't really intend to play classical chess that much longer. You're seeing players move further and further away to where FIDE is becoming less relevant, and I think that also scares them a lot as well. I think it does scare them quite a bit.
The reality is, players like Magnus and Hikaru simply don't need FIDE as much as they need them.
I personally play the tournaments that I enjoy. I think the whole discussion with FIDE back in the day, with them threatening players, trying to assert their rights in something they didn't have the right for, that whole discussion was stupid, but that's how it is at this point.
FIDE, of course, said things about the players, and basically players were put in a situation where potentially you have to choose between playing the candidate cycle or playing in the freestyle world championship. There should be a world where players are able to play any events they want to, without having to worry about retribution. If Emil wants to say these things about you signed the 4-year contract or something, I mean, fine. Let him sue the players. Let him sue the players. Trying to copyright world championship, everything else. Let him try and sue the players. Let him ruin chess completely. I'm more than happy. I'm more than happy to go that way.
Hikaru's first candidate's appearance was in 2016, along with other new faces like Anish and Fabi. It wasn't his strongest showing. He finished 7th. His second candidates was in 2022, under very different circumstances. He was in a new phase of his career, coming off the online chess boom.
It's funny, actually, wait, as I think about the candidates, am I the oldest player in the field? I didn't think about it until now.
Now dawns on Hikaru. It's like,
I actually am, right? I never thought about that until now. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. My two biggest regrets both come from the candidates in 2016. First of all, switching my openings, playing the Queen's Indian defense instead of playing the Queen's Gambit declined at the time, which I did play later in the event and won a game against Topalov with. But that was one of them. But the second thing with the candidates in 2016 was that I felt that I just basically cracked under the pressure. I think every night I was sleeping maybe 4 or 5 hours, and I just let all that stress and pressure get to me. And even if I don't win the tournament this time, I think just having that chance to try and play good chess and perform better than I did just on that level is probably for me the most important thing, because I really didn't think I would ever have that chance after 2016. I think the fact that it's not make or break for me the way that it will be for pretty much every other player definitely helps me.
He finished middle of the pack, but the most notable difference was his mindset. He had less pressure on his shoulders because, after all, he was just a streamer who played some chess on the side. 2024 was his closest call yet. He finished 2nd with half a point behind Gukesh. He had a must-win game against Gukesh in the last round, who held him to a draw, and then went on to become world champion in poetic fashion.
You know, I wish on one hand I could go back in time and have the same mentality before the pandemic. I mean, I think if I could have had this mentality like in 2016 or 2018, I mean, I think there's a great chance that I could have won the candidates back then. But, you know, as we like to say, you know, things in life happen for a reason. So if there's one thing that I rue or I'm unhappy about, it's just I really wish I could have had the mindset that I have today, before the pandemic. At the end of the day, no, I mean, I give a lot of credit to Gukesh, a lot of credit. He played great chess. It wasn't meant to be, but again, I think to be in, you know, if you told me before the tournament that I would be in the running going into the final day with white and a must win in the final round, I would have told you that I'd be ecstatic with that possibility. I was thinking you know, if I could go back in time and tell myself 16 years ago that I'd be here today, I'd be like, no chance. No chance.
Do you think if you focused on just classical chess that you would become world champion?
In the current environment, yes. If I look at my career as a chess player, what haven't I done? I've won super tournaments, I've won the US Championship. I haven't gotten to a world championship match. And just thinking about the implications of how that would change things, it became too much. It became way too much in 2016 for me to handle.
And even coming to this tournament, I had a feeling that this is most likely the last time I'm going to be playing classical tournament here. And also, if I don't qualify for the can, it's very likely the last time that I play a top-level game against this sort of caliber of competition. Ultimately, I want to make the candidates one last time, so I mean, it wasn't the moment to go for more. I love classical chess overall. I mean, it's for me, it's not a matter of like the accomplishments. Obviously, I'm not Magnus. I haven't won the world championship. And I do like playing, but the reality is for me, as I get a little bit older, it becomes a big struggle. For me, like when I look at like content creation, it's far less stressful than playing a tournament like this, and the rewards are also better. So it's pretty much a no-brainer for me.
This will be Hikaru's 4th candidate, making him the 2nd most experienced player in the field, in particular in this competition. Hikaru has an insane track record against this field. I've already rattled off a few of these. He's 13-9 against FIDE, including a recent winning streak of some 6 games. He's 4-0 against Prague, he's 2-0 against Yesipenko, and he's 5-2 against Giri. 2 years in a row, Hikaru was a game away from being the candidates champion. In fact, the last 2 candidates, he did better than FIDE. So to me, you have to put him as a clear contender for a 1st or 2nd place finish.
Most chess pundits would easily put Hikaru as one of the favorites to win this year. And if he does, he would also be the favorite against Gothamchess, given the world champion's recent form. As much as he says he doesn't care,
I literally don't care, you guys. I literally don't care. I literally don't care. I literally don't care.
do not believe in. He does care a lot. So if he finally does win the whole damn thing, that would be one of the wildest narrative arcs in chess history. You'd have a speed chess grinding, Twitch streaming, meme posting, pineapple shirt wearing grandmaster becoming classical world champion. Hikaru is the polarizing figure that he is because he's so outspoken. He's not shy about what he thinks. He publicly feuds with the governing body that literally runs world championships. He also is one of the pioneers of showing the future generation that chess players do have personalities. And as a fan, it would be incredible to watch him get that last missing trophy in his cabinet.
Big shout out to you guys, the fans at home. The support, the love that I felt over the last 2 months playing these tournaments, both here in America and also in Canada, it really does make me feel like what I'm doing makes a difference and means a lot to so many people. So I do want to say thank you. Also on a personal note, in a way, I wouldn't say it's a farewell, but this feels really, really nostalgic, returning to my roots, playing these open tournaments in these small ballrooms across America. You know, it's been 30 years since my chess career began in earnest, but it very much was a reminder of the early days and why I originally fell in love with chess. So it's been an incredible run. I've had a great time doing it. Big shout out again to all the fans. You guys have made it worth it.
Do you think you'll ever be world chess champion?
No.
He's telling the truth.
Do you care?
No.
He's also telling the truth.
Hikaru, thanks for the streams. I have learned so much from watching. I am currently sitting and watching you while soaking my nuts in water. Will this improve the flavor?